Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Welcome to Win Toastmaster Club. Yes, today is 58th meeting of Win Toastmaster Club. Thank you for joining us in Sunday evening. Yes, very crucial. We feel like sleepy or we want to visit some near and dear one, but oh, for Toastmaster. But this is also the place where we can enjoy, and you can find when you listen, you will listen the G, the speaker, and you will feel good. Wow, really, it was a meeting that worth our saving Sunday, we can say. Well, before I start, I want to share some ground rule of Toastmaster. Yes, we cannot talk about sex, politics, and religion in a derogatory manner. As this is online setup, we should focus more on our screen. If possible, please on your video so that we can feel connected to each other. Whenever we hand over the podium, try to, as it is online setup, so we cannot shake our hands. So try to give proper response, like give a big round of applause or thunderous round of applause like this. And the last one, please switch off or keep your mobile phone in a silent mode so that our meeting can go flawlessly. I'm giving you for that 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So hope you all have done your mobile phone on a silent mode. Thank you so much. And this is the time for our president. Yes. Whenever I think about her, a different face comes to me. Recently, I scrolled her Insta. Every time I feel, wow, this is the another part of our president. Amazing human being, very true to her heart, and always she is cheerful. So please help me welcome the amazing president of our club, Toastmaster Shruti Srivastava. Toastmaster Shruti, the podium is yours.
Thank you so much, Neeluji, and that's a great introduction. Thank you so much. Give me a moment. I'm just settling down. And what a great introduction and what a great meeting. And I'm sorry for coming in late here. And welcome to this meeting of Win Toastmasters Club. And it gives me immense joy to introduce you all to this meeting, because this is something that we all wait for every Sunday. We all, behind putting an agenda all together, we all try to put something together for every meeting, and then there is a lot of hustle bustle, and all of you who are Toastmasters here would understand the thing that I'm talking about, because in every Toastmasters club, behind every agenda, there is a person who is running behind. Probably that person is called VP Education, running behind all the role players, putting everything together. Sometimes role players are from different club and sometimes are from the same club. And this tells that how our life is, that we put together behind any successful speaker, any successful person. You would see a lot of hustle and bustle that you would never come to know about. I think that is a great lesson that I always learn from any of the Toastmasters club or meeting, is that there is a lot of effort that goes behind every successful dream that has ever come true. How many of you believe that you all have had dreams that have come true? Or you are working towards a dream that you want to make it a reality? Neeluji says, Jayati says yes. Anyone else? Okay. Okay, Umesh is here. Umesh says yes. And probably rest of us are not dreaming at all, is it? Amar, if you're saying anything, you are muted.
Yeah, I'm listening, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow I won't raise my hand.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And I asked this question before I go ahead any further, that dreams are something that keep us alive as humans and that keep all the excitement going. We all of us as human beings, we need a purpose which is higher than our own existence. That purpose could be raising a business, raising funding, raising a child, raising a family, or it could be anything. Until and unless you have a purpose that is higher than your own existence, you are always going to be thinking that you are just running behind, time blocks or schedule or a calendar, and still feeling very tired but aimless. And that's where any dream that you would want to that you would want to make it a reality is important as your breath, every breath that you came in, that you breathe in. So with this, let's have some of the guest introductions. I see we do not have any guests as such, but we have several Toastmasters, I assume, from other clubs, beginning in from A, in the alphabetical order. Could we have your introduction, Amar?
Uh, Good evening, ladies and ladies, since it is a ladies' club.
Yes.
I accept the Umesh. So, good evening, ladies and Umesh. And yeah, I have been once earlier to this meeting, and all of a sudden got a call from your colleague Nilu, and she was excited, and she said, "I have to start a meeting." So I said, "What kind?" She said, "It's a win," and I said, "Do I have to come?" Then she said, "It's upon you. You're welcome in table topics." So I was doing nothing, and I just jumped in. So happy Buddha Purnima to everybody, and we are in now lunar eclipse. So I am a Toastmaster in Hindi Parivar Samaj, Singapore, and YMCA Singapore and SRC Singapore. So that's me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amar. Please give him a huge round of applause. Next, I would like to ask Umesh, although he has been introduced to the club, but would love to hear what brings him here again.
So as I suggested that the carnival starts Friday evening at KTM, and I make sure that whatever means I can, because I am a fast tracker. I will want to do things which people do say in 6 months, in 4 months. So I understand that I will have to have more stage time. So what better than speaking to these ladies and getting their responses and feedback for what I speak. So that's my take on why I'm here.
Thank you so much, Umesh. That gives a huge perspective to your existence here. We welcome you and we hope that you learn a lot from here. And we also have Toastmaster Roopkatha. Roopkatha after a long, long time. Welcome,
Yeah,
Toastmaster
hi.
Roopkatha. Yes.
Thank
How
you.
are you
Yeah.
and what brings you here? Apart from the role that you're playing.
Actually, I have been here once, I guess, before this particular session. I have always heard the name of Win, but the timing of Win is very difficult to like catch on and like attend the session. But this time, Jayatadi would never would not leave me. She's like, you have to take the role, you have to take the role. So I thought, okay, why not? So on a Sunday evening, after a long time, I'm attending a Toastmasters session and I'm looking forward to the session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roopkatha. Actually, the speciality of Win Toastmasters Club timing is that we teach you about priorities, what you need to prioritize on a Sunday evening. It could be a nice siesta after the lunch that you forgot to catch up, or it could be a nice Sunday evening with your friends before you embark your journey into Monday blues, if any. But we also teach about priorities, Roopkatha. So I'm sure you have learned that the harder way.
Yeah, true.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah,
So,
thank you.
yes. We also have Toastmaster Karanjot with us. Toastmaster Karanjot, are you here with us? Okay. We also have Toastmaster Smitha with us after a longish time. Toastmaster Smitha, are you here? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I am here. I'm
Hello.
just trying to log in through my laptop also, and I'm unable to do that, and that is why I got a little delayed. Toastmaster Jayati, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smitha, and welcome to the meeting. With this, let's move forward to the next part of the meeting, the person who's going to take this meeting forward. The person who's going to be coming up on stage and hosting this entire meeting, keeping you all entertained and engaged. This applies to all the role players. And this meeting moving forward ahead is someone. To me, this person is a rebel. What is your definition of a rebel? Anyone, would you like to answer? I just give you 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, go ahead, Umesh.
So someone who willingly breaks a rule or sets of rule is a rebel, but with a cause.
Thank you so much, Umesh. Someone who willingly breaks the rule or someone who has to break the rule because there is no other option. And especially being a woman, and I'm not trying to weigh down this role because this is a women club, but actually as a woman, there are several rules that you have to follow, and there are several rules that you have to break. And to me, this person is a true rebel in every sense. The person who has taken up something on her own, who is raising a family, and who is someone who is not afraid of driving. And when I'm mentioning all these things, you might be thinking that this is something a normal human being would do always. And why are you mentioning about these three things as if these are great achievements? But when I tell you this about raising a family or driving, this is because each of these verbs or action items that I'm telling you has a brilliant story behind it. Last week, she delivered a speech wherein she was in a situation having seen a difficult situation in the hostel that she's the owner of, that she leads, having seen a case of a death there and managing everything on her own. And we always say, oh, she's a woman, how will she be able to do it? Or, oh, she's a woman, that's too much for her, how will she do it? Those are the two things. But she is someone who has shown that both of these expressions that I just showed you are defunct. Because if you want to do anything, if you want to achieve anything, you can do it all on your own. Please help me welcome Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vandana on stage, who will be running the show moving forward. Over to you, Toastmaster Vandana.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster President, Presiding Officer, Toastmaster Shruti. A clapping must go on for Toastmaster Shruti for giving my introduction in such an awesome way. I have a habit of reaching late to any functions or any event. Although I knew it's a bad habit, but I have this habit. One day, me and my sister were going to Delhi. She came to pick me up on time, but as a habit, I made it little late. And on the way, we faced traffic, and we reached airport by 2:10 p.m. The flight's departure time was 2 p.m. We were sure that we missed our flight. But the airport authorities, when we asked them, and before on the way, I just prayed to my Lord Ganesha, that please help me, please save me, being embarrassed in front of my sister. To our surprise, airport authorities, they told us that flight didn't arrive in the airport. It was a miracle for me, and I do believe on my God. In the same way, my daughters, they also, whenever they have any problems or stress in their life, they will ask me to tell my God, Lord Ganesha. Though I tell them to ask themselves, but they believe that Lord Ganesha listens to me more often than them. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Vandana Bagaria, Toastmaster Vandana, today's Toastmaster of the Day. So, I wholeheartedly welcome you all to our meeting Win Toastmasters Club. Today's topic, believe. We all believe on someone or something. Someone believes on themselves, some believes on karma, and some believes on their parents, their mentors, or some believes on some supernatural power. Can anyone share their any incident or their beliefs? I would request everyone to come forward to share their beliefs. Yes, Toastmaster Umesh, would you like to share any incident?
So not incident as such, but what I understand that the world is driven by causality, that is cause and effect. So behind every effect there lies a cause. So as such, I do not have that great appreciation for supernatural powers because, for example, if somebody has said in our smaller days, we have all heard that this place is haunted or so. So I'd be the first person who'd go through that place and check that whether it's haunted or not. But what I've felt that it is a dark place and it is, say, not as crowded as other places. So it is one of the reasons for suggesting so. And I've never experienced a ghost. So that's what it is. That's what I believe in.
Thank you so much, Umesh. Though I believe in God so much, but still I would never ever dare to visit this type of places. So moving ahead, I would like to share the structure of this meeting. Our meeting is divided into 3 sections. First is prepared speech section, where the speakers delivers their speech prepared beforehand, or we can say in advance. The second section is table topics section, which is the most interesting section of our meeting, where the speakers get the chance to speak on their feet. They get the topic and they have to speak instantly. The speakers the Toastmasters who didn't get the chance to speak, and the guests are welcome to participate in this session. The third section, the most important section of our meeting, is evaluation section, in which the general evaluator evaluates the whole meeting, and the evaluator, they evaluates the prepared speeches of speakers. Moving ahead, let me share you a story where a person who believes on karma. There was a lady who was driving a car. On the way, her car was broke down and she saw a man sitting near the road. He came near her and asked that he can mend the car. The lady, she hesitated. Then she agreed to repair the car, and that person, he repaired her car, and that lady, she wanted to give money to that person. He denied and said, I don't take money for any help. If you want to help, you just give this money to the needy person. That lady moved from there, and on the way she felt hungry. She stopped her car near a restaurant, and there she had her food. The waitress who served food to her was pregnant, and she remembered the words of that person, and she gave 10,000 rupees to that waitress. And the waitress, she was very happy. In the evening, when she went to her home, she told everything to her husband, and her husband could realize that that lady is the same lady whose car he repaired, and he could realize that the good he did and the good came back to him in a big way. So if we believe on karma and it really comes to us in a big way. So moving on to the first section of our meeting, that is prepared speech section. Our speaker, Toastmaster Jayati. Before calling her, I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Smitha, a budding Toastmaster, an educationist, anchor, emotional intelligence.
Toastmaster Jayati, please call G first.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes. Let us move to our calling general evaluator. So today's general evaluator is Toastmaster Rupkatha. She is working in TCS and loves to sleep. Believe in perseverance and sincerity. With these words, I would like to request or invite today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Rupkatha to the dais and introduce her tag team to us. Toastmaster
Thank you
Rupkatha,
so much.
the stage is
Thank
all
you
yours.
so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana. Today, as a general evaluator, I will evaluate the entire session. I will be that friend who will provide you with some constructive feedbacks as well as some recommendations so that you don't fall again in the same pit hole like the ones you are going to fall today, I believe. So this is a huge job and it's not possible for me to do this all alone. And here I have my tag team with me who will help me to evaluate the session along with me. So first there is the timer. So I will call upon the timer Toastmaster Nilu to roll out the objective.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Time is money. And today I'm playing the role of timer. The time limit for prepared speech section is 5 to 7 minutes generally. So at the end of 5 minutes, I will show green card. Just wait, I want to share it. Yeah. At the end of 5 minutes, I will show green card. At the end of 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. And at the end of 7 minutes, I will show red card. There is 30-second grace period in upper and lower limit. I will keep flashing my card until the speaker speaks. In table topic section, time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At the end of 1 minute, I will show green card. At the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show yellow. At the end of 2 minutes, I will show red card. There is 30-second grace period only in upper limit. It has in table topic section, you have to speak minimum 1 minute. And at the session of evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At the end of 2 minutes, I will show green. 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show yellow. At the end of 33 minutes, I will show red. There is 30-second grace period in upper and lower side, and I'll keep flashing my card until the speaker speaks. I will give my report when Madam General Evaluator call me to do so. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nilu, for clarifying all the rules so clearly. So next we have the O counter, Toastmaster Kanchan. I would like to call her upon the stage to roll out the objective.
Thank you so much, today's General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rupkatha. So today's meeting, my role as a counter is to note and keep track words and sounds which is used by all speakers and role players. The words like as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks during the meetings. Yeah, nobody likes the interruptions and obstacles. So here my role is to note everything, every word that is a crutch, or we can say that it's a pause. It's a long pause or short pause, small pause, whatever it is. So the use of inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but so like, as well as sounds like ir will be met with an audible click. So I will note any uses of the crutch or filler words. So I will present my overall report at the end of the meeting when general evaluator will call me. So here is my role. Over to you, general evaluator Rupkatha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanchan. And lastly, we have the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Kalpita. Can you please clarify and give a bit more of your role? Explain. The stage is yours.
Thank you, our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rupkatha. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our guests and other Toastmasters. I am the grammarian for today's session, and my role is to keep a track of the good usage and not so good usage of grammar, like any grammatical errors and pronunciation mistakes. As a grammarian, I will introduce the word of the day. I will just share my screen. The word of the day is morale. Morale, it means the confidence, enthusiasm, and discipline of a person or group at a particular time. We can use it in sentences like, the morale of the winning team is very high. Or the president's speech boosted the morale of the troops. I will share this in the chat box as well. And whoever will be using this word of the day during the course of the meeting will be encouraged with a thumbs up as an emoji. And I will come back with the report at the end of the session when the general evaluator asks me to do so. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpita. So this is from me as of now. I will again come back at the end of the session to provide you with all the evaluation and everything. So as of now, I return the stage back to Toastmaster Vandana.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for a beautiful, expanded introduction. Now it is time for the prepared speech section. Before we start, let me share you the people who believe on their parents, their friends, or their mentors. If as children, we believe on our parents. If I take an example of myself, when I was taking admission in college, I went with my brother to get admission in Lady King College, Shillong. There, when we met Principal Madam, she immediately denied to take me in her college, as she said that this college is for only tribal people. We returned back, and my father, next day, he told that he asked me to take all the things, whatever I need for the hostel. And he took me to that college, and I don't know to whom he talked, to whom he made it possible that I got the admission in that college. He left me there and he returned back to Guwahati. And now my children, they also believe so much on me. When my younger daughter, when she was very young, when we visited a temple, when we came out, I just asked her what you asked or what you wished from the God. She simply said, I asked God to make my mummy happy, because I know your happiness is we. That's why I just told God to make my mummy happy. So we should have a belief, we should have belief on God or some mentor or someone. So let us listen to our Jayati, Toastmaster Jayati. Before listening her, I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Smitha, a budding Toastmaster, an educationist, anchor, emotional intelligence trainer, facilitator, and a feature writer. She pours her heart out into all she does and wants to spread the importance of being emotionally literate and use the power of emotions in day-to-day lives. With these words, I would like to invite Toastmaster Smitha to please come to the podium and read out the objectives of speaker Toastmaster Jayati. Podium is all yours, Toastmaster Smitha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana, for introducing me so warmly and so lovingly. Well, hello everyone. Good evening to one and all. My speaker, Toastmaster Jayati, is in wonderful morale and you can see her smiling. Toastmaster Jayati today would be presenting her project 1 of level 3 from her pathway presentation mastery. Let me tell you all that the purpose of a speech is to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting, which is this. She may be choosing to appeal to our emotions, ethics, or logic in her speech. Toastmaster Jayati, I wish you all the best.
Clapping must go on for our sweet Toastmaster Smitha. So, Toastmaster Jayati, an entrepreneur, proud mother of a son, very active, very sober, with gentle voice. I could say she's very cute and sweet. Her title is The Teacups. So, Jayati, I would like to invite you to the stage. The Jayati, Toastmaster Jayati, the teacups, Toastmaster Jayati. Over to you.
Kindly unmute yourself, Toastmaster Jayati, and begin again.
Sorry, actually, it's raining outside and I might get disconnected at any time. Please, sorry, I'll begin again. One afternoon, while I was cleaning up the house, I found these teacups. So I asked my ma, "Ma, see what I found." Oh, those teacups. They are new. New. When did you get them? Did not buy. It was a wedding gift. I got it on my wedding day. You got these cups on your wedding day. That was 33 years back and you never used them? Why? What for? Better keep them for a special moment, my dear. Special moment? For the last 33 years, you didn't have any special moments. Your wedding anniversaries, my birthdays, my graduation. Ma! Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I was getting ready to inherit these teacups on my wedding day. And then I stopped to ponder. Why didn't she use them? The answer lies in it. The answer lies in the fact that how my mom was brought up. I took a step back into her life to see how she had been brought up. My mom came from a small place called Taki. This was on the outskirts of the city of Kolkata. On that fateful night of the year of 1966, the river Ganga, which flows through Kolkata, rose and rose and rose, flooding the entire city of not only Kolkata, but along with it, Taki too. My mom and her family lost everything in those floods. From one night to the next, everything they owned was wiped out. They had only their clothes on, which they were wearing at that time. Friends, can you imagine losing everything overnight? Your home, your savings, your dreams? My mom did. And she was only in high school that time. Dreaming of a better life, of a better future, they moved towards another place. They moved towards Behala in Kolkata. And there it was a dog fights dog environment. Losing hope and leading a tough life made her afraid to cherish the beautiful moments in her life. When I was born, my parents lived in a 9 square meter rented room in Masjid Badi Street, Kolkata, where rats and cockroaches were frequent visitors. Later, of course, my dad got transferred to Bangalore, where we all moved to his job place. I remember when I was growing up, my parents, they worked every day very hard in their lives without fail. When I was a kid, I asked my ma one day, "Ma, let's go to Goa. No, I want to play on the beaches." "What for? Can't you see that your mommy and daddy are working so hard? Better stay at home." "But Ma, we will have so much of fun. Let's go now." That was the response I got from my mother. Life moved on and I grew up. But it was not until my father passed away that I realized one very important thing. And that is, we miss out on our everyday moments in our lives and we do not cherish those moments of togetherness. Do you know, my friends, that after 17 years of my life, I have just this one photograph of my father, which we used for his obituary. Just one. No matter how many times goes, what time goes, you cannot bring back time and you cannot reclaim the gift of life. I wish I could tell my ma, this is what it is for. Bitter pills of motivation, bitter pills of regret motivated me to change my perspective in life. Today, I enjoy the moments every day of togetherness with my family, just like a street treat. And I encourage my ma to do the same. But it is a little difficult for her, because she has not seen this kind of life until one day she stopped saying, "What for?" and started saying, "Why not?" My ma and me, we have new rituals nowadays. Whenever I visit her place, we sip tea or coffee from those same teacups which she had received on her wedding day. And I ask my ma, "Ma, how is it?" Enjoying life is not bad at all. So I take my ma and go to visit places where she's never been to before. Looking at the apple orchards, watching the fishermen on the sea, enjoying an evening in the mountains. And those teacups, of course, they travel with us wherever we go. They are very old. In fact, they are older than me. But we cherish them more than ever. We are making memories, one teacup at a time. Friends, do you have these teacups in your life? Use them, cherish them. Thank you.
Wow. what a speech, what a journey, your life's journey or struggle. It's very hard to hear your struggle, but now it's all over. It's happy life. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayati. Before moving to our next section, that is table topics section, let me share with you some of my more beliefs. One of my friend, she is my relative, she believes on a supernatural power that in our community, Marwari community, the person who died, after his death, we worship him, not every person, and that person will be called Pitarji. And my friend, she believes in that Pitarji so much that that person was just a neighbor and she never saw him before. But if she has any problem in her home, any thing in, she will just pray to that Pitarji and her problems are solved. She always say, Pitarji, it's up to you. Whatever you think, you do. If you think this is right, you do this. If you think that is right, you do that. So it's all up to you. In the same way, in our life, if we leave everything on some supernatural power, maybe God or someone, and our problem will be solved. We will definitely get a way, a solution to our problem. So let's move to our table topics section. And the table topic master is Toastmaster Karanjot, an author, life coach, founder, director of Vibrant Persona, national head new initiatives for WICCI, Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. She loves traveling, spending time with family and singing hymns. With these words, I would like to welcome with a thunder round of applause, Toastmaster Karanjot. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana. It's a great evening to be with you all today, and I am pleased to be your table topics master. As you all know, being impromptu is something that we all need to be good at, because impromptu talks happen every day, every moment, and all the time. So today we'll be having our table topics. And the best part about the table topic section is that even the guests are welcome to participate in this. So the timer will be showing you a green card at 1 minute and a yellow card at 1 minute. Sorry, is it 1:30? 1 minute and 30 seconds, the yellow card, and 2 minutes, the timer will show you the red card. You have a buffer period of 30 seconds. And with this, I would like to ask for some volunteering. Please show up some of your enthusiasm and let me know who would like to go first. Okay, then let me do the honors. I'll be calling up. Is that fine? So how about Toastmaster Ramesh? Would you like to go on first?
Sure, why not?
All right. So your topic for today is, can happiness be a habit? Toastmaster Ramesh, can happiness be a habit?
So choosing happiness is a habit. I believe that most of us chase happiness in terms of the monetary aspect of it after a certain period of life, because we relate everything in terms of economics. But what has happened that this tendency of ours has taken us from the very core principles of happiness, that is being content with ourselves first, then bringing out the center of our consciousness to the outer world. that is then caring about the other aspects of life, because if we are not at peace, the other aspects will not be well taken care of. So in a way, we are doing that, we are taking away us from this what really brings us happiness. So what one has to do, I believe, that first we have to make ourselves content, then we have to look for outer satisfaction. So happiness can be a habit, as it is well said that happiness is not determined by success but by choice. So we can first choose to be a happy in a way by being content, and then look for outer happiness. This way we are bringing a holistic perspective to happiness, not a very agenda or purpose oriented approach to happiness. So that's my take to the topic.
Wonderful, Toastmaster Umesh. I love the concept of adding contentment and then looking out into your outer life. And as it is well said, that you can choose to cultivate happiness with positive attitude and being grateful for all that you have. Amazing take, Toastmaster Umesh. Thank you so much. Now, who would like to go on next? Can I have a raise of hands, please? Okay, so Toastmaster Neelu, thank you so much. Your topic is, out of difficulties, miracles grow. Toastmaster Neelu, out of difficulties, miracles grow.
Thank you so much, Madam Table Topic Master. I do believe out of difficulty, miracles grow. It was 1997 when one night I found that my neighbor's house is burning. Then I saw the flames in front of someone other's window pane. Then I found, no, it's my neighbors. And consequently, 3-4 houses started burning. My mind was I was out of mind. What should I do? I took my kids and started going down, kept some valuable jewelry and papers, and we went down. In anxiety, my husband threw a gas cylinder from stairs. That time it could burst, but he thought if the fire will come to our house because of gas cylinder, it will be more harmful. That entire 2 hours, I started praying, oh God, save my home. And miracle happened. In morning, when fire extinguisher came, everyone's house was flooded with water. But in my house, neither a drop of water was there and not any sign of burning and all. We were saved. That day I felt, no, miracle can happen. And from that day, I started praying Lord Vishnu. Until that, I keep fast on Thursday. So yes, I believe that miracle happen. Whenever we are in trouble, it happens. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Amazing, Toastmaster Neelu. It was really great to hear your story, your experience, and yes, miracles do happen. And whenever we step out of our comfort zone, most of the time we tend to open up new doors of opportunity. And that is how miracles happen. So who's next for the next topic? Toastmaster Kalpita, and then we'll have Toastmaster Amar. Okay? So Toastmaster Kalpita, your topic for today is, it's not over till I win. It's not over till I win.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for this wonderful topic. Yes, the fight will go on. It is not over. It will not be over till I win. I still remember that day. It was like I was in Delhi and I had just graduated from my business administration school and I was looking for a job. I got a job that was quite far away from my hostel. And it was around, at least I had to travel 10 kilometers every day, morning and in the evening. And trust me, some days it such happened that while I was returning home, I was so late. It was like around 10:30 or 11 o'clock. And that too in a city like Delhi. And my hostel was situated near to Haryana border. Okay, I started in the EMPI Business School and that was my 4th semester going. But yes, we had the opportunity to go out and join a job. And every time I've seen that I was missing my lunch, my dinner, and it continued in this manner. I requested I was looking for a guardian who would be, I was looking for a hostel rather outside this campus and near to my office. And trust me, after a lot of effort, I got a good hostel which required a local guardian to come in and sign. And my local guardian was that time out of station. I strived hard and got hold finally of my boss and got him signed as a local guardian. He came in. He was very senior to me. He was, of course, of my father's day almost. And he acknowledged me as somebody, as he acknowledged himself as a local guardian in the hostel, and I got admitted there. That was relief from that struggle. So I continued to look for a better place, a safer place, till I got one. So I'll continue till I've not won. Over to you.
Amazing. It is truly a story that you need to remind yourself whenever you are in difficulty, right? Because as it is said, I had read somewhere that it is really hard to beat a person who never gives up. And this story is a true visualization to that. Thank you so much. And now Toastmaster Amar, are you there? Yes. So the topic for you is impossible is for the unwilling. Toastmaster Amar, impossible is for the unwilling.
Can you repeat again? I did not understand. Impossible is?
For the unwilling.
For the unwilling. Okay.
Yes. Impossible is for the unwilling.
Impossible. Some time ago, it was very difficult for me to get a decent job in my downtime. So I went into a company where the policy read that we hire only married men. Concerned about this, I told some of my friends and their wives that this company hires only married men. So out of curiosity, since it was a desi company, they barged into the office. The ladies went, the Women Liberation Front, they called on the CEO of the company. Why is that? Your employees are all married men. Is it because you consider us women weak, dumb, cantankerous, tantrum throwers, and bossy? The CEO was also a poor married guy. He said, Not at all, madam. Our policy is to hire staff who are used to obeying orders without questioning, are accustomed being shouted around, know how to keep their mouths shut, and would put up with anything. When I yell at them, and we found all these qualities in married men. So after this concern of the job, the women were satisfied that our impossible men have done some possible thing. Talking about the morale of uh, of the women here is that married men are easily tamed and can be a good creatures for your life and health. And what do I say? I'm just mixing up things, but the whole thing about impossible, unwilling, married men cannot do anything willingly. They just surrender to the goddesses that they are attached or bound with. So for them, there is no more ale. They have to drink ginger ale or some dark ale to subside with this feeling. So with that, I end my topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amar. What a brilliant take. You took the topic to another level, and hats off to your sense of humor towards taking such a, I would say, a moralful kind of a topic into something that is so full of humor. Great. Well, what I was looking for is that impossible itself says that I am possible. And when you talk about unwilling, if you are hopeful to do something, nothing is impossible for you. And the way you showed the married men, I'm feeling bad now. It is like, come on, we all are married females, but we don't do like that. No, you just tease us. Thank you so much. And now, who will be the next table topic? Okay, so we have Toastmaster Kanchan and Toastmaster Vandana. So first, Toastmaster Kanchan, would you like to go first? Okay, so the topic for you is, it's never too late to be what you might have been. Toastmaster Kanchan, it's never too late to be what you could have been.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Karan for a wonderful topic. So it's never late. You wish to be, could have. So yeah, it's never too late to fulfill your dreams. Whatever is age, if you want to do something willingly, then you can do definitely. So yes, by qualification, I am a software engineer, and after my daughter was born, I quit my job, and then I realized that I fond of some. I like I like to write the Hindi poems, and then I started written the Hindi poems like in past. I never thought that I could write any story and like it's Hindi poems like that. But that time I realized that I can do. Then I started, and nowadays I can write a better Hindi poem or a story in my own way and in my own thoughts. So yeah, it's never too late. Whatever you want to do in life, you can do. So like you have where you have started doesn't matter. Where you end up, it's matter. So thank you so much. So thank you so much, Karanjot.
Amazing,
Over
Toastmaster
to you.
Kanchan. Sorry. Amazing, Toastmaster Kanchan. I would love to hear some poetries from you, and very well said. It is like desire is something that will be your lamp towards crossing those spheres of uncertainty. And you are living that life. Kudos to you. Next up is Toastmaster Vandana. Where are you?
I'm there.
Oh, yes. And the topic for you is, what does courage mean to you? What does courage mean to you?
What a topic. Courage. I really find myself to be a most courageous woman. And to me, I think courage means to take someone, if someone is in need, if someone is having some problems, we need to take their problems to the place where it can be heard. We should take our steps to solve those problems. If we see in the women of our underprivileged women, we can see they have many problems. They have many problems in their family. They are beaten up by their husband, or they have so much of insecurities or emotionally disturbed. We should have the courage to aware them, to tell them that there is way they can be eradicate their problems. If I think of me as a courageous woman, I don't worry, I don't fear. Anyways, I can go out, I can be there anytime to help anyone. I always, whenever I visit to any village or any ladies, I always give them my phone number so that if they have any problem, they can contact me. And I used to give them the number of police station also, women police, so that they can call them also. So I think the most courageous we can show us is by helping those people who really need our help. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana. And I'm glad that I know you as a person now, because that is the true, I would say, quality of a leader, a woman leader who is not only helping herself, but who is also being present towards people who actually need it and who might never feel or have the courage to do it by themselves. So kudos to you. Now, who is going to come up next? Anybody? Toastmaster Smitha. All right, so Toastmaster Smitha, the topic for you is hatred is self-punishment. Hatred is self-punishment.
I hate it. I really, really hate it. Well, friends, do you know what I really, really hate? Looking at myself in the mirror. And there used to be a time when I used to adore looking at myself in the mirror. I loved the way I looked. And for the past few years, I totally detest it. Is it helping me in any way? No. Do I know about it? Yes. And what am I doing about it? Absolutely nothing. Now, what sort of a person does that make me? Well, I know hatred is bad. We often tend to hate other people, but most of all, most of us are criticizing towards our own self. Too critical about how we look, how we speak, how we behave with others, what we are good at. What is it that we really, really want to become that we could not become? Totally hating things about ourselves. Well, I have been doing that for a number of years now. Training oneself to do the opposite is easier said than done. But you also will agree with me that training yourself to look at your own positives is definitely a beautiful thing to do. We know about it. How do we achieve it? Simply telling ourselves that I'm good may not be very good enough, but then appreciating small things like getting up in the morning and making breakfast for your family, getting your children ready, looking at the things that you still can do despite a lot of things that you cannot do will surely help. I am on this journey of trying to love myself, and I hope, my friends, that you too are able to do that every single moment of your life. Table topic master.
Wonderful Toastmaster Smitha. Actually, those positive affirmations may sound quite tacky, but actually they work only when we believe in them and we believe in ourselves. And self-love is the dose that we all require. Thank you for reminding us, and great take on the topic. Anybody else would like to take up the table topic now? Toastmaster Amrita? All right. So she'll be our last table topic speaker, I guess, right? Okay. So Toastmaster, the topic for you is gratitude heals us. Gratitude heals us.
It was a couple of years back, beginning of a new year. I usually have, it's a ritual in our house. We have my cousin like neighbor who comes over every year from Delhi, spends some time with us. And this, fortunately, is the time when I celebrate my birthday in the first week of January. So that becomes all the more joyous and eventful for us. And this was the time, the 1st of January, early in the morning, when I opened the door and probably I was just watering my plants. I came back to see there was some little booklet kind of things kept on the chair which was lying just next to the entrance. I opened them. There was something in very familiar handwriting. Yes, it was my cousin. Molly Didi had written it. I know her handwriting so well. What did it say? These were small little booklets for everybody in the family. One for me, one for my mother, one for my father, and one for my little 8-year-old daughter. And they all said, "This is my log of gratitude." These were simple books, pages torn out of the used notebooks, stapled into booklets. And that's what she began our new year with. And that was very touching. I kept thinking about it. Maybe I was not able to decipher the entire content, and I probably had to talk to a few people who used to follow the same philosophy. And when I understood and I started practicing, yes, I did believe it makes changes. Yes, I started telling about all the good things. Yes, there are so many things that are not working. Yes, maybe the job, maybe life, maybe the personal life at home, things are not working. We may be fighting with our parents, our husbands, our daughters, our sons. But we keep reminding ourselves again and again, this is good. I ate today. I had a glass of water. I went out and I could see everything around. Brings a lot of positivity in me. What do you say, Table Topic Master?
Great. I love that booklet thing, and I'm sure I'll definitely try to use that if I get a chance. But you have very well told us that gratitude is something that we need to inculcate. Of course, we all know it, but It is only after practice that you actually feel the energy, and that I could really sense from your expressions and from your eyes, because it is a feeling. Being positive is not something that anybody can see. It is completely invisible, but that energy is contagious, and I'm sure everybody around you would be so grateful to have a positive person like you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the members for being so amazing and sharing their lives and adding on to our wisdom. Thank you so much. With this, I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vandana.
Wow, what an amazing topics. In every topic, I also felt like speaking or participating. I think everyone could felt the same, and it was really boosted the morale of us. Thank you so much for a wonderful session, Toastmaster Karanjot. Now, let's move to our third section, that is evaluation section. Before moving to that section, let me share or let me ask you all that how can we inculcate the belief in us? How can we train our mind to believe in ourselves? I think the first thing is by meditation. If we do the meditation regularly, we can bring beliefs in ourselves. And second is affirmation. We should always say that I can do it. And the third, by writing your biography. If we write the biography of ourselves, we can see the incidents where we could do things by believing ourselves, then we can find out that yes, we can do that thing. So if we say, if anyone says that I can't do it, that means it is confirmed that he or she cannot do that work. And if she believes that she can do this work, then that is half done. With these words, now I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Smitha. So the podium is all yours. With a thunder round of applause, I would like to invite Toastmaster Smitha to bring the reports. Over to you, General Evaluator, Madam.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana. I'd like to pass on the stage to Toastmaster Rupkatha.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Smitha. That's okay. Now we have completed the entire session, and what fun session it is, right from the theme to all the creative topics. I myself felt like speaking on a lot of topics which Toastmaster Karanjot gave to all the participants. So firstly, let's move to the evaluator for Toastmaster Jayati's speech. Toastmaster Smitha, please present your report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rupkatha. What for? We need to keep it for special occasions. Hello, Toastmasters. I know my acting skills weren't as good as my speaker, Toastmaster Jayati's was. And Toastmaster Jayati, wonderful depiction of a conversation between a mother and a daughter. The theme of your speech, the teacups, completely and totally complemented the emotions as well as the element of your speech. Why was it so relatable? Because probably we are all from that generation who are trying to make our parents live the present moment. We are all trying to get them dressed. We are all trying to help them see what is around them and cherish what is there instead of having them brood over the past or probably look towards the future. So that is why your speech was so relatable. Let me also compliment you on the different tones that you used when you were conversing between, or you were depicting the conversation between yourself and your mother. Lovely. You let your audience hear what they wanted to hear. And of course, later brought in the message, the art of persuasive speaking, and that, believe me, you completely and totally fulfilled the project objectives of your speech. So heartiest congratulations. It was a tough speech and you actually nailed it. So I loved it. How can you make a beautiful speech into a work of art? Let me give you certain tips for that only, and believe me, they are probably my personal views. When you are speaking, I would request you the next time if you do the speech to have a 45-degree angle. While speaking, probably you were into the mood and you were standing like this. Okay. Now, if 45-degree angle helps you speak to the other person as well as relate to the audience, so that would make it better. Another thing is movement. I somehow felt you got stuck at a position later. When you were conversing, you were moving, but later your speech had so much more that we could relate to. From emotions that could have actually been depicted more. Your emotions were more to do with the conversations, but there was so much more. For instance, when you said the dog fist and the dog's environment, the disgust that you wanted to depict, I would have preferred if you had it also with your voice. Certain places you could have moved forward when you were speaking about the loss, the dreams that your mother had lost because of that entire flood that had occurred. A little movement ahead, a little movement back. Incorporate these, and I'm sure it would be lovely if you repeat your speech. Let me summarize my evaluation of your beautiful speech by saying that the emotions that you actually wanted us to get, we actually got the message. Making memories one teacup at a time were beautiful, and we got that. I would love for you to incorporate the things that I asked and also take the audience towards a call for action. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smitha, for evaluating this beautiful speech in such a beautiful manner. Firstly, Toastmaster Jayati, I absolutely loved your speech. Whenever I hear you speaking, I always feel that you have a connect with the audience, the emotional connect that you build with the audience. I have always seen that, and you didn't fail this time as well. Right from the beginning, when you started enacting that what the conversation between your mother and you, it was great. The tone, the way it changed from like when your mother and you are speaking now, or when you spoke, your mother spoke when you were a kid, when you wanted to go to Goa, that tone differences, I can understand that. That was great. And I would just like Toastmaster Smitha said, I would relate with most of the points, and I would actually challenge you to use the stage a bit more, because the story when you shifted to Bangalore or when your father had a transferable job, you could just move and you could have used the stage in a better manner, and that I think will help you in the future speeches. And now let's move about the Toastmaster Smitha, what she evaluated, all the points, I absolutely relate with that. And the way she gave the examples, the recommendations which she gave, and the way she explained with the help of the examples, how you should move closer, how you should move backward, and how you should use with the intensity, the tone, the very modulations in your voice. That was great, Toastmaster Smitha. And I would just request you to use points. I think that will be easier for the speaker to understand as well, like point 1, 2, 3, the recommendations and the commendations. That makes the entire evaluation part a bit more comprehensive. I feel that. Now let's moving on to the entire session. It's time for me to speak for a long time now. So firstly, starting with the Surgeon at Arms, I think the meeting started a bit late. The role players were not present right on time, I feel. So the meeting was a bit late. And the way Toastmaster Nilu started with, it was a great start. And what you said that, yeah, we are all here, what we feel that it's a Sunday evening and all those stuffs, I relate with that. But I would just request you to give 5 seconds for everyone to switch off to turn the phone to the mute, because everyone doesn't have the phone close to them all the time. So 3 seconds is a bit less time, I feel. So 5 seconds, I feel, is good for everyone. And next, Toastmaster Shruti, I have heard her as well earlier, and she was great as usual. She started by taking all the audience introduction, and there was no audience, I guess, today. We are all from different clubs. So the way she interacted with us at the beginning, I loved that. And the story that we should all have a purpose and we should all move towards, we should all keep on believing, which is, I feel, is akin with the theme of today's session. And so moving forward to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vandana, the topic, I relate with the topic because we should all have a belief in ourselves. Then only I think we can achieve what we want to achieve. So I feel that the topic was great. And the stories that you depicted in all the halves and pieces that you were saying, that was also great. The personal story with which you started and how your children believed in you and you believed in God, and that entire chain, that was also great. The karma story was good. And I just feel that you should, I think, if you just practice a bit more before coming on stage, that the flow of the session, when to call the G and whom to hand over the stage. I feel because when you are giving the introductions about all the role players, sometimes you're at loss of words. You know what to speak, but because you have not practiced very well, I feel that you are just in loss of words. So if you just practice a bit more in a manner that you are being able to conduct the entire session in a more successful way, because the Toastmaster of the day is the anchor who holds the entire session together. I feel that. So looking forward to that. And next, moving on to the table topic master. Table topic master today, Toastmaster Karanjot was actually completing a project from her pathway, and the project was active listening, which she absolutely nailed. I feel that because the way she listened every story and everything that all the speakers, table topic speakers said, the way she summarized the thing at the end, it actually showed that how much she was listening. She was not just hearing, she was listening, and she was extracting the purpose and what the main thing was for every participant's speech. And well done for that, Toastmaster Karanjot. I just feel that if you just tell the topic in a more comprehensive manner, because Toastmaster Amar, I saw that he couldn't hear the topic at first. So if you just follow the pattern, like Toastmaster name and then the topic, again the topic, and then the name of the Toastmaster. So that will actually help the Toastmasters to understand the topic in a better manner. And secondly, I would just like for the Toastmaster table topic master to encourage everyone to use the word of the day, because that's how I think, because everyone forgets time and again that there's a word of the day which we have to use. So if the table topic master reminds that, there is a lot of the scope for the speakers, table topic speakers, to actually use that word. Now moving on, there was a huge series of speakers, table topic speakers, but going further, I would just ask the timer to present the report for all the table topic speakers in speech and the evaluator, that everyone is within time or not. Toastmaster Neelu, can you just present the report?
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone, again. So here is my timer report. Looking everyone's effort, my morale is very high, but some are disqualified too. Toastmaster Jayati took 7 minutes 11 seconds 62 microseconds in her prepared speech section, and she's qualified. Toastmaster Umesh 1 minute 29 seconds 63 microseconds in table topic section. He is qualified. May I ask table topic master or G, who is the third speaker? I wrote here Toastmaster Karanjot. How it is? She was the table topic master. So who was the third
speaker? Third speaker was Toastmaster Kalpita. Fourth was Toastmaster Amar. Fifth was Toastmaster Kanchan.
Okay, then it's okay. Then Toastmaster Neelu, I took 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Kalpita took 2 minutes 46 seconds. So Toastmaster Kalpita is disqualified. Toastmaster Amar took 2 minutes 37 seconds. He is also disqualified. Toastmaster Kanchan took 1 minute 51 seconds. She is qualified. Toastmaster Vandana took 2 minutes 4 seconds. Toastmaster Smitha took 2 minutes 25 seconds, and again Toastmaster Amrita took 2 minutes 32 seconds, 81 microseconds. She is disqualified. So we have 4 disqualification: Toastmaster Amrita, Toastmaster Amar, Toastmaster Kalpita, but only 3 disqualification, and Toastmaster Smitha as an evaluation, she is qualified. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nilu, for such a detailed report. And I must say that I was really stunned that when the topic was given to you, you didn't even ask anyone that take the role of the timer. You could have asked that. I feel that it would actually have given you a better, like you are speaking on a topic, your topic. So you are always looking on in the phone. I think because you are tracking the time. So I think if you had passed the baton to someone else, then you would have been speaking more freely. So, and it was a very detailed report. So thank you. I think the topics were so great. The speakers continued speaking. So now moving on, let's move on to the grammarian, Toastmaster Kalpita. Yeah, Kalpita, just you can present your report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Madam. Yes, again, if we talk about the good usage of grammar, there are many, and out of them, I have noted a few of them. They are carnival, embark your journey, defunct, dogfight, perspective, rituals, apologia, impromptu, cultivate happiness, out of mind, downtime. When you started, when there's a phrase used by Toastmaster Kanchan, when you started, don't matter, but where you end is important. Then desire is like a lamp for crossing the doors to uncertainty, and the word depiction. There were some not so good usages of grammar wherein somebody said car was broke down. It is like car broke down. It could have been said like car broke down. The good he did, the good act he did. Then instead of using the exact pronunciation is a session and not section. Economics, it should have been used as economy. Then visit to ladies, it's visit ladies. And an amazing topics, it is like, it's a, if singular, it's an amazing topic. That's all. And 2 people have used the word of the day, and that is Toastmaster Smitha and Toastmaster Amar. That is all. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Rupkatha, Madam, our General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpita. I will take the report from the counter, Toastmaster Kanchan, after I finish giving my analysis. So, and I would request you to note down my words as well if I am going wrong somewhere. So let's start with the huge list of table topic speakers. First, it was Toastmaster Umesh, and the topic was, can happiness become a habit? So that was the first topic, and I really loved the topic because I feel that you should always be happy. Before you start thinking of anything else, you should be at peace, you should be happy. And that is what actually Toastmaster Umesh also said, that there's a holistic view. We should, and what I missed in Toastmaster Umesh's speech was that I was expecting a personal story because he started so well with such a great depiction of the topic. So I was expecting that a story will come up. Now a story will come up, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. And I think there was still time left. So you could have at least narrated a small anecdote that wouldn't have taken much time, I feel. So you can, again, keep participating in table topic speeches. I think that will help you to improve in your further speeches. So next is Toastmaster Nilu. And the topic was, can miracles grow out of difficulty? And the story you depicted and the way you started, it was good that you went down there downstairs to see what was happening and how the fire broke out. And there was the entire panic that happened at that time. And the next day, what you saw, what you feel that you were safe. And the story was really good. And it had a personal touch because it was your story. And so I loved it. Just that earlier, as I said, if you could have just passed the baton to someone else for keeping the track of time, I think you would have more focused and more free to narrate your story, and you won't have to look down again and again to track whether you are on time or not. So next time, if you're a timer, please pass on the baton and speak freely. That's my recommendation. Third was Toastmaster Kalpita. And the topic was, it's not over till I win. And again, there comes a personal story of her college days. And I think she was in a bit of narrating the entire story of what happened. So she took a bit of more time, I guess. So that happens, I know. If you keep on participating more and more in the table topic speeches, I think that will actually help you to understand that how to wrap up your speech within the stipulated period of time. And the topic was good, the way you narrated the entire story, how you managed your principal to become your local guardian, and you were searching for your home until you find a safe place. And we all know how Delhi and Gurgaon is for women. So great take on that, and kudos to you. And now moving on, Toastmaster Amar, the topic was impossible is for the unwilling. And first, I think you were a bit, while you took a time while gathering your thoughts. So I was just waiting, what is he going to speak? What is he going to speak? And you took a U-turn that men don't even have a willpower. So the entire topic only goes in vain. That unwilling, willing men don't have anything under their control. So impossible, possible, doesn't even matter. They all are there to obey. I think this is a bit of an exaggeration. I am not myself married, but I feel, I have seen my parents. I don't feel every time that my father is always not like that obedient type, I feel. So the story was a bit humorous. And I feel that you should participate more because you have a great sense of humor, just that you took a bit of time to gather your thoughts. And in the table topic speeches, you should be impromptu. That's the thing about table topics. So if you practice more, if you participate more, I feel you will be able to just, yeah, you want to speak something?
I guess even in the contest, we get 30 seconds to start. I don't know if timer started with my first word or started with just
it starts with the first verbal or non-verbal word.
But
so,
I guess 30 seconds to start the topic is allowed.
In your case, I gave you 30 seconds.
No, I mean overall for table topics, even impromptu, 30 seconds to gather.
I don't think that's how it works in the contest, because
all the contests I have seen, even in the district level, area level, you get 30 seconds to sum up your thoughts. Maximum 30 seconds.
Okay. Is it really we get 30 seconds to think?
I have participated in the division contest for this year. But
in Singapore, we have this 30 second slot. So to come to a good conclusion, a speaker can sum up.
Okay. Then that's fine. That's fine. Toastmaster Nilu has provided you with that benefit as well, I feel. But I think that if you just like you had a humorous side of yourself. So if you just come up with the topic at first, I think that will be the people were waiting. So I feel that. So that's completely fine. Your topic, the take of you on about the topic, it was great. That was humorous. So that I feel. And I think you're disqualified regarding the time, I feel, because it's oversaid. I think the time taken by you was more. So if you just practice more, I think, because the speech should be comprehensive. So it was a great take. And now moving on, it was Toastmaster Kanchan. And the topic is, it's never too late to what you could have been. And this story, I feel that I connected emotionally, because I was listening. The way you said that you left your job and then you started again. Now you're the author of poems. You're writing poems in Hindi. So that was really, really emotional for me, I feel. So the start was good, and the way you narrated your story was good. And I was just expecting that what was that one thing which drove you to start again? What was one fine day, maybe something happened that triggered you to again join doing something again from that stereotypical life that you were leading. So I think that one part was missing. Otherwise, the story was good. The wrap up was good. It was good. And then there was Toastmaster Vandana, and the topic was, what does courage mean to you? So Toastmaster Vandana started by saying that she considers herself the most courageous person, and the way she said that she always helped the people who are in need, and she always give her number, the police station's number, so that whenever a person is in need, she doesn't feel that she's all alone. She has a number, she can connect. And what I feel that you could have come up with a story because you told yourself that you're the most courageous person. I was just waiting that you could have done something, a part of your story, which had actually concluded why you started by saying that you are the most courageous person according to you. So I would just request you to do that on your future speeches. And 7th was Toastmaster Smitha. Hatred is self-punishment. Toastmaster Smitha, I actually love the intensity with which you asked the questions and the mellow tone in which you answered the questions. Both the things, it was so wonderful. I was just looking at you that with the questions, there was so much intensity in the answers where in a different tone. The voice modulation you have is great, I feel. And no one should hate themselves. Self-love is the most important thing, I feel. Before loving anyone else, we should love ourselves, I feel. And I don't think you should hate yourself. You are such a wonderful person, and the voice modulation is such a nice smile. Don't even hate yourself. It was great, but I was expecting that why you just started by saying that you hate yourself, that what that was one thing which actually made you to hate yourself. So that was one thing which I was expecting. And the final speaker was Toastmaster Amrita. And Toastmaster Amrita, the way you started the story, it was really good because you have again a personal story and you have a great smile, and you speak very well. I felt that. And the topic was gratitude heals us. And the way you connected that what your cousin did, now you practice as well. And then again, you gave general examples that even if we have our problems, still we must thank God and feel that we are having the food, we are just living such small moments in our life that we should be thankful for. So that topic actually helped us to learn that how we should enjoy and cherish the little moments of our lives. So that brings me to the end of the session, like the end of the analysis and the evaluation of the entire session. I must say that today in the Sunday evening, this session actually uplifted my morale, and I'm all ready to face the office tomorrow morning. So thank you. And over to the Toastmaster of the day. Oh, finally, I have to take the accountant's report. Toastmaster Consult, can you please provide the accountant's report?
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Kalpita. So here I am presenting my overall report as a counter. Yes, Toastmaster Nilu used 5 to 6 times so, few times and few times and. TMOD Toastmaster Vandana used 2 times, so 3 times. Some small pauses she used, but 2 times. Toastmaster Umesh used the word so 2 to 3 times, 1 time and some repetitive words he used like content 4 times. Toastmaster Amar used 2 times so, 3 to 4 times and 1 long pause, and the word used 3 to 4 times. Toastmaster Kalpita used and 3 to 5 times, 1 time, so 1 time. Toastmaster Smitha used so 1 time and 2 times. Toastmaster Rupkatha used so 5 to 6 times and 3 to 4 times. Toastmaster Karanjot Kaur used so 1 time and 3 to 4 times. And as in role of speaker, I used like some small pauses, 2 to 3 times, so 3 to 4 times and 2 to 3 times. Toastmaster Amrita used and 2 to 3 times, so 1 to 2 times. Yeah, Toastmaster Jayati was flawless, as I like her speech so much. And she delivered her speech wonderfully. Yeah, Toastmaster Shruti, as usual, she was flawless, as always, she did. So here's my report, overall report. So over to you, Toastmaster General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rupkatha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanchan, for such a detailed report. And now I will pass on the baton to Toastmaster Vandana again. Thank you. And over to Toastmaster Vandana.
With a thunder round of applause, really thank you for such a detailed explanations. We'll really follow our areas of improvement, and also it boosted our morals, your suggestions. And if we don't believe in ourselves, then we cannot do anything. Believe in yourself. This can be seen if we think of Thomas Alva Edison. When he invented bulb, it took 1,000th time when he succeeded. 999th time he failed to invent bulb, but at last he won. He succeeded. In the same way, the only limits you have are the limits you believe. If you don't believe what you want, you become what you believe. So with these words, I think we all should believe in ourselves to get success in our life. I would like to hand over the podium to our dynamic stylist president, Toastmaster Shruti. Over to you, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana, and thank you. A huge thanks to each and everyone who participated in this meeting. And like I was mentioning in my opening address, that it takes a lot of hustle bustle that goes behind putting the agenda together, and everyone would agree. Meanwhile, I am yapping here. There is a poll which is launched here. Please cast your vote, because this is the biggest celebration of democracy, as they say it. So here we go. Please cast your vote, and once we are done, please make sure that you cast your vote. You do not do away with this responsibility. And once you're done, I'll be here. I'll give you 15 seconds. Neeluji would request you to let me know how many people have casted their vote and how many have not.
75%.
Okay. Rest of the folks, please cast your vote. We are just 9 people, except for the one which will be the host. They will not be able to cast their vote. So remaining 8. Yeah, go ahead, Amar. Tell me.
Aren't the disqualified people out of vote?
Yes, but I made and then I felt I should not add. So please don't vote for them. It was too much for me to edit again, so I left.
Okay. Are we done yet?
Yes, 87%.
Okay. Whoever is left, please cast your vote. Meanwhile, moving forward, now, how many of you are excited and would be more into going to an offline Toastmasters meeting or an online meeting? And I want to see a clear raise of hands, or a yes or a no. How many of you are interested in an offline session versus online session?
It depends. If you have an offline session and I'm in Kolkata, then I'll attend.
No, I'm asking in general, because not all of you are in Calcutta. I'm not in Calcutta right now.
Yeah. I don't mind. I love offline sessions. Love.
Anyone else who loves offline sessions, who would want to have more offline sessions? Not for WIN, but for any club. Remind that.
I would love
Yes,
to be
I
week of June.
Okay.
Yes, I never attended any offline meeting, so I want to attend any offline meeting for
Okay.
my for better improvement
Okay.
for myself.
Amazing. And you are based out of Delhi or NCR, I think, right, Kanchana?
So yeah, I live in Ghaziabad.
Ghaziabad. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else who is more into offline sessions than online sessions? Okay. All right. I asked this question. Okay, Amar, tell me.
A small correction. It's not offline, it is on site.
Okay. Thank you so much for the correction. I'll take care. And on-site session or a physical meetup, as they say it.
In normal parlance, we say on site or online because it's both is on.
Right.
In person?
Yeah, in person.
On site because there are many people. So
right, on site or in person session. Thank you so much, Amar. I appreciate it. And I asked this question for an in-person session or online virtual session because many of us have been through the pandemic from past 2 years and more, and it's still going on. And many of us are now into this transition mode of going from behind the screen to coming in and meeting people and holding conversations, holding space and understanding the whole thing entirely again. So it takes a lot first to acquaint yourself with the virtual thing, and then again to acquaint yourself with this in-person session, meeting people physically. For some of us, it becomes emotionally and mentally taxing to meet so many people and to be overly stimulated. And for some of us, it is overly taxing to be talking to a lot of screens and seeing no people around, just talking to a 5.5 inch or a 14 inch of mobile phone or a laptop screen. So we all have our priorities, but I am raising this question because in a Toastmaster session, there are certain rules that we follow always. For example, in an on-site session or an in-person session, you would never enter or exit a room until and unless there is a clap going on. And that is a rule that we all follow in an on-site or an in-person session. Or for example, there is no crosstalk that we do in an on-site session because a person who is speaking deserves enough respect to be able to be heard by everyone who is present in the room. Likewise, in a virtual session, it is recommended to not crosstalk, but to maybe text the person or DM them personally after or during the session if you think that something needs to be reminded. That is something that is for everyone, for each one of us. And I would appreciate if moving forward we follow that part. With this, since Toastmasters is not just a platform where we learn about speaking in front of 10 different people or 50 different strangers or 100 experts, but we also learn several things about communicating in public. How do you hold yourself during a gathering? How do you conserve or conduct yourself when you're talking to an expert audience or when you're probably giving feedback or evaluating someone? Toastmasters for me has improved my personal relationships with people because I now tend to give feedback to them with CRC approach, and that is something that they don't understand, but I do because it's like appreciating them and then giving them small fine-tuned feedback and then again appreciating them, and that is something that is taken very, very well. So that helps a lot. I'm sure it has helped many of you, and I'm sure which is why that brings you time and again to Toastmasters. And with this, we have come to this end of a wonderful session, which was beautifully conducted and extremely, extreme finesse by our general evaluator, our Toastmaster of the day, our speaker, and of course, how can I forget the table topic master? I could not participate in any of the events happening during the meeting, but I was listening to everything. Thank you so much to each and everyone. Neilji, I'm sure you have sent me the results. All right, thank you so much. With this, let's have the results. For the first option is the most. Yeah, do you want to say anything, Neeluji?
Thank you. क्या है?
Okay. The most improved speaker and the award goes to Toastmaster Vandana. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vandana. The winner in category 1 among General Evaluator, Toastmaster of the Day, and Table Topic Master, and the award goes to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Kalpita. Congratulations, Toastmaster Kalpita. And for the best speaker, it goes to Toastmaster Jayati. And the best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Smitha. Toastmaster Smitha, congratulations. She's not here. Okay. And there is a wonderful, beautiful tie between our timer and our grammarian, Toastmaster Neelu and Toastmaster Kalpita. You both can, have you seen the movie Pukar, where Madhuri Dixit stands on those two things, the Ghadi ke kaante, and she stands. You both can probably stand there and fight for the best award, but I'm sure you will not, because you both are the best. Congratulations to each and everyone. Remember that all of you are winner, because if you're participating here, if you're choosing to work on your own growth and improving on your public speaking skills, leadership skills, or just improving and giving time to yourself, you are a winner. So congratulations to each and everyone who is here, who stayed through the meeting. And I'm so glad we are ending 3 minutes early, 2 minutes now. And this brings me immense joy, because time is money, as they always say in this rat race. But we also need to conserve it, because someone was saying during the starting the meeting that the timing for Win Toastmasters Club meeting is something that is very hard to catch upon. And I'm sure every time we come to this meeting, we realize this. Go ahead, Toastmaster Vandana.
Yeah, table topics, you didn't announce
the winners.
Yeah, table topic speaker.
I'm sorry.
I didn't sending, wait.
Okay.
Table.
Okay.
Great. What can I say? I don't know how it happened.
Yes. Sent.
Toastmaster Neelu and Toastmaster Amar tie. But Toastmaster Amar was disqualified, so I am the winner.
Okay, I would like to say something.
Yes.
To the president, right, Shruti?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, it is very disheartening to see that your people leave the meeting midway and they don't stay. For a healthy club, you need to motivate your members, your guests to stay, because if you were talking about online and on-site, virtual and real, you were saying that people cannot walk up, cannot speak in between. So you have a decorum, you have a respect. It's a respect. I'm sorry, but even you were out of video. Even you were not on video. I was so scared looking at your big eyes. So you have to be there. Otherwise, if you're not available on video, you can give the role to somebody else and say that, sorry, I'm traveling or I'm not convenient or something. Fine. But in today's online world, where the whole world is working on Zoom, the punishment for not being on video and on audio is no pay. The pay is cut for 1 day. That is a punishment in the corporate companies. Right. So why don't we respect each other through virtuality also? Why is it important only when people come and hug and they say, okay, I love you and we miss you and blah, blah. Why we cannot say each other that we miss you on video? So to all the people who are on video, I would say that as an exco, please encourage your people that please be there, because if they don't sacrifice the time and listen to everybody's speech, even there are some funny moments or some memorable moments that they can carry themselves. There is a message in every meeting. We all come here for learning. So the learning part is missing if they miss the speech or the evaluation or some humor or some joke or some flaw or some mistake. So this is what I observe. And of course, every Toastmaster club has its own culture. As the general evaluator came in the beginning, and she introduced grammarian and timer. But of course, that's okay. But as a Zoom meeting, kindly show respect to each other by being on video. This is my request. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amar. I genuinely appreciate your feedback and I would like to applaud you for this feedback. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming up on stage and giving this feedback even to me. And I'm so sorry that my big eyes are scaring you. I have these from my mother. So I will make sure that if I'm not available during my presiding officer's address in the beginning, I will give the role to someone else, but I prefer to take it by myself because it is accountability, right? As an EC officer, it is my accountability to be present for the club, no matter what, in what situation I am.
I'm just a guest. I could have gone. Who cares? But since as a Toastmaster from a decade, I see that presence is important to encourage the speaker, the role holders, because everybody has taken time to do something. So you need to sit there and applaud and appreciate. So this is our own interest. So please be available, even if you're okay or off video. At least we started with 15 people, at least 12, 13 people should be there. And because this is very disheartening that just people go off and you're announcing the results and nobody's cherishing the result. So I feel sorry about that.
Thank you so much. And with this, we have come to the end of the meeting, and every feedback, as I always say, is a good feedback. You should always receive feedback with heart full of gratitude, because when someone is giving you feedback or compliment, they are noticing you, they're observing you, and they are coming up on stage or giving you words and framing the thoughts that they have in words that you can understand. So every feedback is very important for the club, and I take that feedback with a heart full of gratitude. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Amar. That's very crucial. We're very thankful to you for this feedback. And we have noted this. And with this moving forward, I think there are a few announcements again that I want to make. One of which is that on 21st, we are going to be having the contest, District 41 speech contest that will be happening, table topics and evaluation contest. And I would request all of you from our club, from any club, to be and witness the best leaders and speakers coming up on stage from each division of District 41 and delivering their best there. There is a lot of learning that can happen there, so please be there. The second announcement is to please complete your goals and working towards the common goal, that is completing the goals for the club, and that already discussed. So with this, let's have this meeting closed, and I would request to please stop the recording so that the room is open for informal discussion.
Oh, sorry, I spoke under recording. You can edit.